Prince Andrew's lonely life at Royal Lodge takes new twist amid shocking revelations. The Duke of York has been helped in his business ventures by his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson as well as Princess Eugenie and Princess Beatrice as he clings onto his lavish Royal Lodge home. Prince Andrew's lonely life at the Royal Lodge may not be as depressing as it sounds, according to new explosive claims being made. The Duke of York has been presented as living a solitary life at the lavish mansion in the grounds of Windsor Castle, after being blacklisted from the royal family. He still has ex-wife Sarah Ferguson living with him and has visits from his beloved daughters Eugenie and Beatrice, but otherwise contact with the likes of King Charles has been cut off. The monarch has also removed public funding from him in a bid to chase him out of the Royal Lodge. Hello viewers, please remember to subscribe and click on the notifications bell icon, so you will be notified whenever we upload new cookies about the British royal family. However, the Duke of York's business interests and mysterious wealth means that he has decided to fund the security needed and also the thousands of pounds needed for upkeep of the historic home. He has refused to move out and into Frogmore Cottage and has seemingly defeated the king at the moment. Reports about his private life claim that he lives a very solitary existence, with his main hobbies including plane spotting and video games. But one royal expert has insisted that he is actually enjoying a more lavish lifestyle, including frequent trips abroad to discuss business deals. Andrew Loney, who is releasing a book called The Controversial Lives of the Duke and Duchess of York later on this year, wrote in the Times about his troubles finding out about Andrew's mysterious finances, with most of this linked to deals he struck while a trade envoy for the UK government. He wrote in the Times, "The king may be concerned by the optics of a non-working and discredited member of his family continuing to live in Royal Lodge. He is keen to move Andrew to the smaller Frogmore Cottage, but there is little he can do as long as his younger brother follows the terms of his lease." Andrew was granted this lease by the Crown Estates in 2003 after the death of the Queen Mother, who lived in the lodge. The public narrative about Andrew is he spends a lonely life trapped in Royal Lodge, going for horse rides in Windsor Great Park and playing video games and golf. But the reality is different. According to one source, he has continued his business activities with recent trips to the Middle East and Switzerland. The king can only hope there are no further scandals to emerge and the press and public soon lose interest in his brother. On present evidence, that is very unlikely. Andrew has been embroiled in a new scandal in recent months due to his friendly links to alleged Chinese spy Yang Tenghua. This caused him to be uninvited from the official royal family Christmas gathering at Sandringham, with him spending the period at Royal Lodge instead. His business dealings have been leaked to the press in recent months, including deals to connect some of his contacts he has gathered to other bigger organizations. In November 2022, he set up a new company, Innovate Global, which describes itself as providing a network of investor and business resources to accelerate the growth of emerging startups and tech hub cities internationally. Mr. Loney adds, "This is but the tip of the iceberg of the York family business activities, because the whole family works together. Not just Andrew and Sarah, Duchess of York, his ex-wife, but also their daughters Princess Beatrice, 36, and Princess Eugenie, 34. Both daughters have long been involved in supporting their father's financial schemes. In November, for example, one of Andrew's business deals in Japan involved a public appearance from Eugenie at a Tokyo event run by Innovate for 1,000 businessmen. This involvement with their father goes back much further. Andrew often took his daughters on special representative trips and they joined pitch at palace events. Andrew's finances are a long-standing issue and there has often been speculation about how he could afford to live in the 32-room Royal Lodge, to buy a Swiss chalet for £18 million and to acquire a collection of luxury watches, including a Patek Philippe worth almost £150,000. He is also known to have a love of luxury cars, including a £220,000 Bentley and a string of Range Rovers. Prince Andrew will never risk visiting Prince Harry and Meghan amid calls for fresh FBI investigation. Prince Andrew is terrified to visit the US amid calls for a fresh FBI probe into the Jeffrey Epstein scandal, sources have claimed. The Duke of York fears arrest, civil lawsuits, or being subpoenaed if he travels abroad, according to insiders. Andrew has kept a low profile since his infamous Newsnight interview in 2019, where he discussed his friendship with the late convicted paedophile. The royal, who resides in Royal Lodge with his former wife, rarely leaves his Windsor estate and has barely left Britain in nearly 6 years. Prince Andrew would risk facing a fresh FBI investigation over his links to Jeffrey Epstein if he were to travel to the US, as Donald Trump's pick for the intelligence agency's top job promises to expose those connected to the convicted pedophile. Kash Patel stated he would do everything to uncover the full extent of Epstein's case. Lawyers representing the convicted pedophile's victims are urging the UK government to force Prince Andrew to be questioned. The US Bureau had previously requested Home Office assistance to question Andrew in 2020, though the probe was put on hold in 2024. A close friend of the King's brother told The Sun, he is terrified if he goes to America he could be arrested, face civil action or be subpoenaed. He used to be Air Miles Andy, but he will never risk going to America again. The US has been the home of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle since 2020 after they announced they would be stepping back as senior working royals. They reside in California alongside their 2 children, Archie, 5, and Lilibet, 3. Andrew has always denied allegations of sexual misconduct. It has been estimated that he paid millions in an out-of-court settlement to Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre in 2022. Prince Andrew and Sarah, both 64, have lived at the royal residence since 2004 when his late mother, Queen Elizabeth II, granted the Duke to lease to the property the year prior, under the expectation that renovations would be undertaken to repair, renew, uphold, clean and keep in repair and where necessary rebuild the home. But the interview and the photograph is a piece of history. This is an iconic image, and should be in the collection. The gallery's job is to record images and history, and this photograph is part of that. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like this video and drop comments. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything.